What's going on, everybody? Jacob here, Miami Dolphins Syndicate. This is turning into a little bit of a saga now at this point, but it looks like Dalvin Cook is officially going to be parting ways with the Minnesota Vikings. It's still a little bit unclear as to what the means will be, whether it's going to be he's cut, whether it's going to be traded. I still believe that he's going to be cut, but it does look like it's official. Every source that you can imagine, Adam Schefter, Tom Pelissero, ESPN, CBS, everybody that has any sort of credibility is saying that the Vikings and Dalvin Cook are parting ways. So Dalvin Cook is going to be looking for another team. And after the report last week that came out that said he's most interested in joining the Dolphins or the Bills, it is something that I've been paying a lot of attention to. I'm sure you guys have been paying a lot of attention to. And now it looks real. I already thought it was going to be the case. I already thought he was going to be leaving the Vikings, but we are that next step closer to Dalvin Cook being a free agent or someone who gets traded. So what does that leave? Where does that leave the Dolphins, and what does that leave the chances for the Dolphins to be able to bring him in? So the Dolphins, the only thing in-house that the Dolphins really have to take care of, and which is something that we talked a little bit earlier this week, and on the live stream yesterday, every single Wednesday, kinda, we'll be going live at 6 or 7 p.m. So those of y'all have been watching us, tune into our live streams. They're always funny. It's a fun time, me and Donovan together. So every Wednesday, y'all better tune in. But something we talked about yesterday is the Connor Williams situation. How he's holding out a camp right now, trying to get a new contract, whether that be more money this year, whether that be years added onto his current contract. It looks like a situation that the Dolphins are going to have to take care of one way or another. So right now we're at like around $13.6 million in cap space. If he gets more money, that's going to eat into that a little bit, but I don't think that's going to affect whether we can sign Dalvin Cook at all. I think if both sides want it to get done, I think it'll get done. And if you just look at the mixture of that report last week saying he wants to go to either the Dolphins or the Bills, and now the report today saying that that after Adam Schefter said that of the two of teams that have been currently touted for going on getting Dalvin Cook, the names that have been emerging the most have been the Dolphins and the Broncos. And the Broncos are in a situation where they already have their leading horse running back, Javonte Williams, coming back from his ACL injury. I just think it makes so much sense at this point for the Miami Dolphins to be the team that Dalvin Cook ends up signing with. And yeah, obviously we're biased here. We're like not gonna deny it. There's a little bit of bias there, but if you just look objectively at every single fact going on right now, Dalvin Cook wants to be a Dolphin. The Dolphins want Dalvin Cook. The Dolphins did not have a good running game last year. Whatever you want to say the reasoning is, obviously it wasn't all on the running backs, but it is undeniable that the running game was not good enough last year. You got those three things together. We have enough money to go out and get them. It just really looks like it's going to happen. There are still concerns that I have with Dalvin Cook, which are some things that we talked about yesterday in the live stream and the video made a few days ago, being that he isn't the most effective runner that compared to what he used to be. You look at his 4.4 yards per carry compared to what Raheem Mostert saw, 4.9. Jeff Wilson saw 4.7 once he joined the Dolphins. Of the three, in terms of just yards per carry, he is the least effective runner. And on top of the fact that he is injured. Now, I don't know how this becomes an excuse, but some people say, oh, Raheem Mostert is also very injury prone. And yes, that is certainly the case. So then why would you want two injury-prone running backs in your backfield? I don't really understand that argument. I don't understand how you're justifying based on, oh, we have already one injured guy, let's bring in a second injured guy. I still have my reservations. But Dalvin Cook is still very, very much clearly a talented running back. Yes, he's gotten less effective. You want to argue that it's not necessarily his fault. I can see it. I can see that the Minnesota Vikings offensive line has deteriorated. I can see that the Minnesota Vikings went to a more pass-first offense last year with Kevin O'Connell. I can see there's all these reasons. But he's not a surefire thing to come in and be a top 10 running back like he once was. I think he's closer to a top 15 running back than he is a top 10. He's not as explosive as he once was. He's not going to have those breakaway carries like he once did. He will certainly be the best between the tackles rusher that we have on roster. So there's that. And I still think he has a lot to offer in the tank, but I am a little bit concerned. But at the very least, it does look like it's going to happen. If I had to give it like a percentage, I say there's a solid 75%, 80% chance that he ends up as a Miami Dolphin. And yeah, am I a little biased? Of course I am. There's no way in denying that. But if you just simply look at the objective facts, he wants us, we want him, we have a position open for him, we have money to pay him. It just makes so much sense. You look at the other options around that he may end up going to. Buffalo Bills, they don't have the best running back group, and he would get the opportunity to play with his brother, but they just signed Damon Harris. They just signed Latavius Murray. They have his brother there on the depth chart. How would he feel about taking opportunities away from his brother, who is definitely not established in the NFL yet? That's something that I'm sure he would be thinking about. If he went over to Denver, like I mentioned, he has Javonte Williams there. That is clearly the number one. Yeah, he's not fully recovered probably from the ACL tear he had. I think it was an ACL and MCL, so it was a pretty bad knee injury. So I'm not really sure how Javonte Williams' health status is looking like. But you would have to compete there with Javonte Williams. That would be a disgusting duo without a doubt. But if you come down to Miami, I like Mostert, I like Wilson, I like Achane, but you certainly come down here and you become the number one running back. And that then probably would lead to either Mostert or probably more likely Jeff Wilson getting traded away, which Dolphins should bring in another pick for next year. That'd be like $5 million of Jeff Wilson's salary that you get to dump away. Dalvin Cook probably comes in for $6 or $7 million, and it's a $2 million addition to the team. I like it. I want to see just as much talented players on this team as possible. With Tua still under his rookie contract, go out and pay whatever you can, go get whoever you can, and put the most talent on the field as possible. And that's looking like we got here with Dalvin Cook. I think it's going to happen. I hope it's going to happen. Now you just have to wait and see. Next few days, I'm sure, will be even more clear as to whether it's going to be via trade, via cut, whatever ends up being. I'm sure that's going to unfold, but I feel good. I feel good about Dalvin Cook becoming a Dolphin. Let me know how you feel about that. Do you want Dalvin Cook to be a Miami Dolphin? Do you have some concerns that I do? Let me know down below. Again, every Wednesday, you'll better come out to the live stream. We had quite a few guys in there and talking, so we really appreciate that. It was a very fun stream yesterday, and the streams have all been fun so far. It's a lot of arguing between Donovan and I. So it's fun. It's a fun time to come around, so I would definitely recommend y'all come in and watch each Wednesday. So look out for that next week. And yeah, make sure you like, subscribe. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, everybody.